Here comes a new challenger!
What's up guys, my name is Elden. Welcome back to another KOH video. Today's KOH video, we are going to be going over a replacement for Ingway. Yes, a free-to-play replacement for Ingway. Free-to-play meaning you could craft her. Yes, Charlotte. A free-to-play Ingway replacement. Let's jump right into it. Alright guys, to start this off, let's get some background on Charlotte. An elf who barely managed to save her soul from being devoured by an evil spirit. While resting her fatigued body, she became a resident of the forest, now protecting the area as a fairy. Like other fairies, she turns mischievous, pranking and causing trouble whenever the remnants of evil in her soul begin to stir. I hope this forest becomes a resting place for all of us. Huh? What did I just do? Sometimes another side of me comes out to torment me. Now let's go over her skills so we get a clear understanding of what I mean that she can be a replacement to Ingway, a free-to-play replacement to Ingway. Her first skill, Orb of Amplification, fires magic energy at a target enemy. The skill damage increases when the enemy has more active debuffs. So, exactly what it says, the more debuffs on the boss or on the enemy, the more damage she will do accordingly. For her second skill, Devil's Seed, attacks enemies within a target area by firing Devil's Seed. Successful hits reduce the action gauge of enemies hit by 30%. If the action gauge of the enemy hit is below 50%, their defense and speed is reduced for 2 turns. This is on a 2-turn cooldown. This is actually very, very useful. So if you have her very fast, she will actually reduce defense and reduce speed, making it so it's easier to deal with the enemy, so they'll have less turns to move around. Her third skill, Munch Munch, attacks enemies within a target area. Successful hits remove 2 buffs from the enemy's hit. Successful removing buffs blocks buffs from enemies hit for 2 turns. I eat what I want. Cooldown 4 turns. This is very, very useful. Not only does it remove buff, it actually blocks buffs that from being placed so they can't buff themselves anymore, and you have the buff reduction. So let's say if a monster has, or a boss has like a bunch of buffs on them, you can then prevent them from buffing any further. Her fourth skill, Slasher passive, that you have to unlock by awakening her, Non-Healing Wound. Every successful hit by Charlotte has a 70% chance to block HP of one enemies for 1 turn. At the end of the turn, she transfers 1 debuff on herself to the enemy with the lowest HP. So if you are able to, again, she's very good for bossing, she's good for Fafnir. This is why she will be a free-to-play replacement to Ingway if you chose not to use Ingway or obtain Ingway. She will be able to land a heal block on every single attack she does, no matter what attack it is, as long as it successfully hits said enemy. This becomes very, very useful, even though it is a 1-turn block, HP block. It's very useful in the sense that it will cause the boss to not be able to heal, especially Fafnir if he goes for the his skill that allows him to heal when he hits someone that has continuous damage. And then her other skills also make it so that he gets slowed, he gets defense broken. It's just very, very useful. She's able to transfer over a debuff from herself to the enemy with the lowest HP. That is so useful. If you have continuous damage on her, she transfers over to the enemy with the lowest HP. So again, if you're able to clear all the minions that the boss summons before it's her turn is over, then the status effect, the debuffs that are on her will transfer over to him, which makes her a mini Tree Boy or Ingway because of that effect. So as you can see, she just landed a heal block debuff with her first skill. Like her passive says, this is only a 70% chance to hit. I do have her on 100% accuracy just to make sure that she can actually land it, because even if it's a 70% chance to hit, that's not a guaranteed chance for it to land. The more accuracy you have, the more likely it's going to actually land after the proc allows you to actually land or hit the enemy. So as you can see, this team is a fairly decent team to be able to use against him. It doesn't necessarily always land the HP debuff block, and it's more of a manual team for Fafnir 11, but it does actually suffice and helps you get through these stages. Like I said, she is a free-to-play version, kind of Ingway, but that doesn't mean that she's going to ever replace Ingway. But if you don't have Ingway, she is a good alternative option for him. So these are the actual stats that I currently have on Charlotte. These are not the best stats, these are just runes I had left around. I do need to farm more runes to be able to make her more viable in the future and make my runs a little bit faster when I do use her. But for the future, I do want to put her on a Swift set, a Swift life rune set, so she gets a lot of speed. I do want her to move relatively fast, so probably one turn right after my Esperanza, and my Esperanza is almost already at 200 speed. I would go HP, speed, and HP. Currently, I have HP, speed, and accuracy set on her. Accuracy just so she has a lot of accuracy to boost her over to make sure that she lands the debuffs more reliably every so often. But I would prefer to have a HP, speed, HP set on Swift, just so it enables her to have more HP and that she's a lot faster. And the faster she is, the more effective her third skill will be that will actually put defense, break, and slow onto the boss. I would just go for substats. I would go for defense, accuracy, speed, and HP. You don't really need attack on her. She's more of a tanky type of character that I would use her for, and the more debuffs she has on her, the more damage she's already going to do. And if she is a fast tanky unit, then she could take more hits, allowing her to turn cycle more and make the boss slower over and over again. She's also actually very good for floor 9 of the sealed armory, Aguilos prototype, because she could turn cycle. It enables you to actually outspeed the boss and then burst them down, and because she is a wind type unit, it makes it so she doesn't get one shot by the boss when you actually are trying to defeat him. Alright guys, and that is it for today's highlight of Charlotte. Actually, if you do want to have a free-to-play version of Ingway, if you haven't actually obtained them from the select ticket or some other means, then I would definitely tell you to go and build her, because she is very, very useful. Even if you already have an Ingway, it's nice just to have her on the team again. That way you could do double transfers over, and she could slow, debuff, and block buffs from said boss. Don't forget to check out my Twitch. Yes, Twitch. I am live on Twitch at the moment. Links will be down below in the description. Also, please check out my art channel, my Instagram, and all my other social media. I will also have those linked down below for you guys to check out. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace. Bye-bye.